I've gone into the audio book business now, and this is just practice.
Coffee video every morning.
All right. This is morning talks.
Morning coffee videos, we can call them.
Morning coffee video. Well, we're having Japanese proverbs, though. You have to improve your. I have to improve my videos and the production levels and all that stuff if you're ever going to be professional. Go strong at Gochi, Sochi. Are Japanese board games that have their Western equivalents in checkers and chess. Those who excel in one field tend to do well in related fields. If I did well in my readings, then I would do well. If I did well, no one to cry without children. When one has no children, there will be no one to grieve over one's hardship or mourn not one's death. We don't have any. Do you have anyone? Children are certain cares, but uncertain comforts. Who would your mom whine to if she didn't have children?
Come on, you don't make parallels to that.
Another
Why
bullion.
you ask yourself?
Who would
You
I
have a
whine to?
child.
Who would I whine to? My one child.
Isn't it like that?
My own. If I didn't have my child, who would I complain to? Although bullion and samurai may lose their shape, they do not lose their luster. Bullion and samurai may lose their shape, they do not lose their luster. Like bold bullion, which has become misshapen through years, samurai do not lose their value, and even when decrepit in old age. One's hometown is far to get. Those who leave the town they grow up and will always feel a yearning for home. Home is where the heart is. East or west, home is best. Is that true, dear?
I don't know.
Do you think of Prosatsani?
I don't think of any place as home anymore.
No.
I've been to different places. I lived to. It's amazing how you forget completely the place you were.
Well, you're an enlightened, detached Buddhist. You're not really a typical. The sun does not only shine here. The sun does not shine on one person only, but on people everywhere. If good or ill can happen in one place, they can happen elsewhere, somewhere else too. The sun shines upon all alike. The sun rises in the morning in every country.
Not in every country.
If the mind is absent, one cannot see, even though one looks. Very good. If you're not paying attention, if the mind is absent, one cannot see, even when one looks. When one is distracted or distraught, one may look at something, but not mentally record what one sees. The eye is blind if the mind is absent. That's what they've been saying all along. They knew about mindfulness way before the trend came.
Those are things that everybody experiences.
If the heart is right, the thing is right. If one acts for noble reasons, the product of one's actions will be good. Handsome is that handsome does. Follow what's one heart's desires without transgressing what is right. Follow your heart's desire. At 15, I had my mind bent on learning. At 30, I stood firm. At 40, I had no doubts. At 50, I knew the decrees of heaven. At 60, my ear was an obedient organ for the reception of truth. At 70, I could follow what my heart desired without transgressing what was right. Only at 70, I have reached a level of moral enlightenment where one's actions are in perfect harmony with the dictates of heaven. Is that like where you're in touch with the Tao, or the music of the spheres?
It takes a long time.
You can be in perfect harmony with God's will. This is Confucius speaking. Beggars, too, have their share of reason. Those who have fallen on hard times have their own way of making sense out of their unsatisfactory existence. Even the child of a beggar will become 3 when 3 years have passed. No matter what one's social background, everyone advances in age uniformly.
Why they have to say that?
I don't know.
Who doesn't know that?
If one has been a beggar for 3 days, one cannot give up. The slothful habit of a life of dependency is hard to shake off. Once a beggar, always a beggar.
Not true. Not necessarily true. Many people got out of it.
50 steps, laughing at 100 steps. The Proverbs based on Mencius, who describes the folly of a soldier who retreated 50 steps, yet laughs at the cowardice of a soldier who has retreated 100 steps. Laughing at the mistakes of others, it's his folly, since sooner or later we all make mistakes, the pot calling the kettle black. The blind cannot take part in the appreciation of a composition. The work of Proverbs based on the works of Swanza. Only those who have cultivated the senses and possess a sufficient refinement of taste can appreciate the value and beauty of fine art. At 50, one knows the faults of 49 years. Only upon maturity does one begin to see the mistakes of one's past life when it is too late to correct them. It is no use crying over spilt milk. What is done cannot be undone. That's too bad. They should
Cry before you spill.
They should have you cry at like 20 over your spilt milk.
Now remember my mint tea. Let me go and drink the tea also. So it doesn't overboil.
The 20-year-olds should listen to the 50-year-olds about how they did everything wrong, and then they could say, okay, we won't create the same mistake. When a state is in turmoil, there will be loyal retainers. The night to bring out the stars. Though one may give birth to a child, one cannot give birth to its heart. Though parents can expect their children to resemble them in physical appearance, they cannot expect them to be similar in character. Very true. A rolling stone gathers no moss. Those who remain active and buoyant will retain their youthful vigor. A rolling stone gathers no moss. Those who keep changing their course in life, whenever the going gets rough, are not likely to accomplish anything. A rolling stone gathers no moss. If there are gods that kill, there are gods that help. In life, one may encounter many vicissitudes, and even in the very midst of danger, rescue may be at hand. Life's fortune's wheel is always turning. The world is as kind as it is cruel. When one door is shut, another opens. The walking stick before one falls. Rather than wait until difficulties arise, one should try to prepare for them. Look before you leap. One cannot become a Buddhist priest merely by wearing the robe. What's this one? A crowl does not make the monk. Cowl. I don't know that word.
Cowl, you spell it?
C-O-W-L.
Cowl.
Cowl does not make the monk.
Maybe something they wear.
I don't know what that marker is, like a new chapter. To have talent and not use it is tantamount to being an idiot. Really? Those who have talent have a moral obligation to use it for their own benefit, as well as the good of the community. Ooh. Who has talent?
We both have.
We have talent?
And we're lazy.
What talent do we have? You have art talent? You do have art talent.
We are lazy. Are we lazy? We are.
If one has little wealth, one has little sorrow.
According to yesterday's movie, correct.
Little wealth, little sorrow.
Yeah.
Do we have sorrow?
We don't have work.
We are reading from to 108 now. That was 10 pages of Proverbs. We are trying to learn something through Proverbs. Well, we should have learned them when we were 20 and not now, so we know that's a mistake.